So watch it, and I think you'll have a good time, and there's talk of a rebate. Let's get to the viewer mail, can we? There we go. Letter number 1. This Thursday, we always answer our viewer mail. Here we go. Dear Dave, we are 2 poor college students who want to make some money legally. What do you suggest? Signed, Maureen and Jean, University of Kansas. Well, here's what you do. Get yourself a band, some half-baked jokes, and some lame celebrities, and do a talk show. Here's the catch, though. You have to be willing to work at least 1 hour a day. By the way, this stuff is perfectly safe. It's just chopped up asbestos. Letter number 2. Dear Dave, what do you do to cure boredom? Just wondering, Lorraine Black, Saginaw, Michigan. Read a book. That's always a good way. Play a little high-lie. I do that. Go to the dog track. Paul, what do you do to cure boredom?
Well, nothing special. Well, I do a little thing with a knife.
With a knife?
Yeah.
Well, let's see it. What do you do with a knife?
See it?
Yeah. What do you do? You have a knife. All right. Take a look at what Paul does here with the... Do that for Mr. C. Mr. C. Now don't, Paul, don't be playing around with it because you're going to hurt yourself.
My teeth.
No, don't.
No, it's not a...
He's a barbarian. He's from Canada, you know. Nothing. Number 3, Dear Dave, would you ever consider reading a letter on viewer mail that started with Dear Paul? Sincerely, Brian L. Arsenault, Gardner, Massachusetts. You know, Brian, we never really have read a letter on the show that began Dear Paul, but I thought it might be fun, so I went through one of the bags of mail this afternoon, and I have a letter here addressed to Mr. Paul Schaefer. And if you don't mind, Paul, with your permission, I'll just open this up and we'll read this letter.
All right.
Do you mind?
Sure, go ahead. I'm fine.
Okay. Open it right up. There it is. See? Dear Paul,
I hoped I would never have to write this letter. I will always treasure the years we had together. But I have met a man, a U.S. citizen, with whom I have fallen in love. I was going to tell you in person, but my girlfriend Dee Dee said, why bother? Anyway, I have decided to keep the expensive engagement ring you gave me as a memento. But all our big plans are off. Please don't try to see me or call me.
Oh, boy. Gee, I'm terribly sorry, Paul. I'm terribly sorry. Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, you and this Amanda must have been pretty close, huh?
Who?
Amanda?
Amanda. Oh, Amanda. Oh, doesn't matter, doesn't. I didn't know it. I thought it was, doesn't matter. I thought it was somebody. I guess the joke there would be that I probably was supposed to...
You'll want to take this with you to the Tonight Show. Letter number 3, 4. We just keep going. That's what happens. You hit a little dry spot, you just keep rolling. Now, not that was a dry spot, of course. Dear Dave, as your wonderful show is on very late at night, I get in the habit of taping it for viewing at a normal hour the next day. Soon, friends started to come over to watch with me. Then I got the idea of charging them $2 to watch the tapes. I now make about $20 a week. I just want to make sure this is okay with you and NBC. Sincerely, Peter Lecoq, Santa Monica, California. Peter, you raise an interesting question here, and to clear things up, I want you to meet NBC's President and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Robert C. Wright. Bob, come on out here. Nice to meet you, Bob. How you doing?
Thank you, Tom.
Bob Wright.
And thanks especially for this opportunity to introduce myself to your hundreds of viewers.
Yeah.
I'm Robert C. Wright. Grant Tinker is gone. I'm not Grant Tinker. Now to the question of tape recording NBC shows for personal profit. Go ahead, tape anything you want and charge as much as you like for private screenings. No prior clearance is needed. We're knee-deep in paperwork as it is. Now that we've cleared that up, I just want to remind you folks about General Electric's new 170-watt soft white bulb. It's a better bulb for reading, or for just leaving on for hours and hours and hours until it has to be replaced. Thanks again and keep watching.
Well, thank you, Bob. Nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
Robert Wright, ladies and gentlemen. Have a nice... Paul, how much money do you think General Electric will generate in revenue this year? Take a guess.
Oh, gee. 100 grand.
$40 billion.
Holy cow.
$40 billion. That's right.
I can't get an extra $5 for cab fare.
Oh, we'll take care of it. Don't worry. Where are we? 4 or 5? Thank you. Dear Dave, do you have a favorite practical joke that you like to play on people? And if so, would you be kind enough to demonstrate it for me? Well, you know, this comes to us from Bob Thompson, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I do have this one little thing I enjoy pulling from time to time. In fact, I remember the last time I did it. It seems like, gosh, it was only a couple of days ago. Oh, boy, Paul, nothing like starting the day with a hearty breakfast, huh?
You said it, Dave.
Oh, thank you very much. Do me a favor, check the toaster, see if it's warm yet for the toast.
Sure.
Holy cow!
Look, crazy glue. That's comedy, is it? Okay, thanks for selecting us for your late night viewing this evening. I think we have a delightful program. Billy Crystal is here, John Lithgow, and Barbara Mosley. We'll be right back with that and much more after you take a look at